Can't believe this. Oh, Chris. Hey everyone, Henriello here. Welcome back. Right now, I am going to watch Scarlet Street, directed by Fritz Lang. I just watched The Woman in the Window, and in Scarlet Street, I can see that there are the same cast members. We have Edward Robinson, Joan Bennett, and Dan Duria. These two movies also seem to be the same genre, so maybe we can expect the same sort of tension in the movie. Well, we'll see. So let's watch Scarlet Street.
I have here a 14 karat 17 jewel timepiece. The man I'm giving it to is a 14 karat 17 jewel cashier.
To my friend Christopher Cross, in token of 25 years of faithful service from J.J. Hogarth. All I can say is that we've got the best boss in New York.
You're not superstitious, are you, Chris?
No, sir, no, sir.
Wait, what superstitious is that? Is sharing a match bad luck or something?
Hey, fellas, look! Look! Come here! That's JJ's wife. The boss is stepping out.
Hey, you haven't got an umbrella. Now, I'll take you to your bus.
Oh, the umbrella is torn.
I wonder what it's like to be loved by a young girl like that. When I was young, I wanted to be an artist. You know, I dreamt I was going to be a great painter someday.
Do you still paint?
Yeah, every Sunday. Well, why don't you come over tomorrow and see me?
Thanks, Chris. I'll do that.
Oh. Oh. Oh, he knocked the guy out.
Is he hurt?
I'll go call a policeman.
No, wait! Wait!
Where'd they go?
In that direction.
What does he look like?
I don't know.
Wait here.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Well, we have to wait for the officer.
I don't want to get my name in the newspaper, do you? Won't you take me home?
Sure, that is if, well, if you think that...
Something's a little suspicious.
Sorry I can't ask you to come up, but I share my apartment with another girl, Millie.
Don't you want a cup of coffee?
Chinese.
You seen Johnny?
No, not since he left here.
2 coffees, please.
Catherine March. My friends call me Kitty. What do your friends call you?
Chris?
Chris Cross.
You shouldn't be alone in the street so late at night.
I was coming home from work.
What do you do?
Guess.
You're an actress.
Oh, you are clever. Now that you know all about me, tell me about yourself. What do you do?
I
She barely said anything.
You must be an artist, right?
paint.
Of course, you're a painter. To think I took you for a cashier.
Yes.
I saw one little picture that cost $50,000. Cézanne.
Cézanne. Oh, he was a great French painter. I'd like to own that painting.
I bet you sell your pictures in Europe, France or someplace like that.
But you know, when I paint, I don't think of money. I just paint for fun.
Fun?
Yes, I think it's the most fun I know, painting. What play are you acting in?
It closed tonight.
Which one?
The one I was in. What time is it?
She's avoiding all his questions.
So you won't forget me.
Well, if you'll give me your telephone number.
I haven't got a phone.
Well, may I write you?
That's the address.
Who's Johnny?
He's Millie's boyfriend. You know, the girl I live with. Good night, Chris.
Good night, Kitty.
Something's not right about Kitty.
Well, this is a pleasure. I didn't expect to see you, Charlie.
Chris, you asked me.
My wife.
Did you paint this?
That isn't painting, that's mud. Done by a photographer.
What?
Who is it?
Mud.
Oh, your wife's former husband.
Detective Sergeant Higgins. Homer Higgins. He was drowned in the East River. Jumped in to save a woman. Neither body was found.
Oh. How long have you been married, Chris?
5 years. He didn't want to spend his insurance money, and so she rented out the spare room. And, well, you know how these things go.
Hmm.
where did you find a flower like that?
It's abstract. Hmm.
Can't you get those lazy legs off that couch, baby?
Can't you do any better than that?
That's all you think about, lazy legs, hmm?
What else is there to think about?
Sounds like a schoolboy trying to make a date. You must be robbing the cradle.
He's old enough to be my father.
The painter?
He's rich and famous and very sweet, too, Johnny. He doesn't pull any rough stuff like you.
Well, I had a chance to clean up in a crap game. All I needed was $50. And what did you show up with? 15.
That's all I had.
This chump is crazy about you. This is a setup. He's into big money, isn't he? Date him up.
Oh, I can't take money off an old man like that.
Oh my goodness, the dishes.
Why see fellas in the big dough without half my brains? But ability isn't enough. You gotta have money to make money. Capital. Then you're on easy street.
Not as simple as you think.
Oh, I don't know why I'm so crazy about you.
Oh,
I don't know why either.
you don't have to tap the old chump for much. Not at first. We'll get you a decent apartment. Someplace where I like to come and see you. Not a dump like this.
Has he bought you that engagement ring yet? Oh, you seem to worry more about it than I do. Why don't you go back to work? With that figure, if you weren't so darn lazy. Who do you think you are? No wonder you got fired. You're so darn snippy. You never could get to work on time after you met that Johnny. I'm in love, crazy in love, with a man that pushes you around the way I wouldn't push a cat around. You wouldn't know love if it hit you in the face. If that's where it hit you, you ought to know.
So she's real lazy, is she? Doesn't even do the dishes, lie around all day, can't get to work on time. Now she's trying to take advantage of poor Chris Cross.
Sold any pictures lately? How long does it take you to paint a picture?
Sometimes a day, sometimes a year. You can't tell. It has to grow.
I never knew paint could grow.
Feeling grows. I just put a line around what I feel when I look at things. It's like falling in love, I guess. Every painting, if it's any good, is a love affair.
The truth is, I'm in a jam. I'm broke. Even this dress belongs to Millie. I can't pay my rent. I shouldn't have told you.
Oh, poor kitty.
Oh, but Kitty,
I couldn't pay you back.
oh,
Maybe I could pay you back. If you put up the money for a studio apartment, then I'd have a place to live and you could paint there. Don't you see?
What logic is that? What are you saying?
What's the matter? Don't you want to paint my picture?
He's married.
I'm a married man, Kitty.
You know I'm not the kind of girl to run around with a married man, don't you?
I don't know what kind of girl you are.
You should have told me you had a wife, Chris.
I'm not in love with her, Kitty.
You married her.
Well, I was lonely.
Poor Chris.
Poor Chris indeed. Targeted by her.
I'm going to let you help me.
Well, how much do you need?
$500.
I can't believe it. You're gonna give her that. I can't believe Kitty's gonna get money from poor old Chris for her no good boyfriend Johnny. Of course, Chris is a good guy. He wouldn't steal money from his company.
You don't even make enough money to buy me a radio. I have to run downstairs every night to listen to the radio.
Don't you have insurance money?
And you wasting money on paints.
It's his own money.
The only reason I put up with you is because I'm married to you. I'm stuck.
Yes, and I'm stuck, too.
I'm sure he feels the same way.
What's the matter with you? Why are you shouting at me?
Why don't you buy a radio? You have money.
His insurance money?
Well, I don't want a radio. You want it.
If Homer were alive, I'd have a radio. And all your silly pictures cluttering up the hall. If you don't get rid of that trash, I swear I'll give it to the junk man.
How did you even end up marrying?
Girls. Snakes. Next thing you'll be painting women without clothes.
I never saw a woman without any clothes.
I should hope not.
She's the one who's constantly raising her voice at him, expecting to keep all the insurance money while asking Chris to spend everything on her.
Christopher!
He's taking the insurance bond.
I was looking for the paper.
Are you blind?
Oh, you didn't mean what you said about giving my paintings away to the junk man.
You'll find out.
A friend of mine is taking an apartment in Greenwich Village. I'll move everything there.
If he's fool enough to let you do it, go ahead. The sooner the better.
Yeah. The sketches on the wall are Rivera's. Are you an artist, Miss March?
Uh-huh.
Where's the bedroom?
Oh, this way.
Seriously, just leaving all the stuff lying around on the floor even though it's a new apartment?
Say, is this all you've got?
I'm lucky I have that left the way you were throwing it around last night.
I think they're both lazy legs.
That's all I have left.
You know where to get more, don't you, Lazy Legs? I need at least $1,000. Well, you got him softened up. Now, push him around a bit.
He can walk out, can't he?
Just drop a hint that his wife might find out about this apartment and he'll shell out fast.
That's blackmail.
Yeah, it is.
You're doing all right for a working girl. Now, don't start
I don't
that
think
again.
she's working.
Last time I saw Johnny, he was talking about going to Hollywood.
I might try it yet. Why hear a movie actor's getting $5,000-$10,000 a week? What do they do I can't do?
You're so clever, why don't you do it?
I might try,
Yeah.
Face. I might.
But you probably won't.
Oh, you have company.
Just Millie and Johnny. You know, Millie's boyfriend. Come on, I want you to meet them. I'll let you run along, kid.
I'll go with you, sweetheart.
You happy?
For the first time in my life,
Very happy?
I think of you all the time. If I were single, well, if something would happen that would make me free, would you marry me?
Oh, let's not talk about it now,
No,
dear.
it's a one-sided love.
Don't you have enough money?
No, you have no idea what a problem money is for an actress, Chris. Talent doesn't count in the theater. It's clothes, perfumes, making the right impression. Why, an actress needs $1,000 just to get a decent wardrobe. Maybe I can borrow it from Millie. Or her boyfriend, Johnny. He's got plenty of money.
Sure he does.
I'll get you the money some way.
I really believe you're in love with me.
I am, Kitty, I am.
He's a sweet idiot.
Don't forget the money.
I'll get it.
She's too lazy to get a job, and all the money she has is taken by Johnny. And Johnny's also really lazy.
Imagine anyone paying money for this stuff? Are you sure he's not a phony?
He's too dumb to be a phony.
You're right there. I wonder if I couldn't sell these.
And what do I do when he asks where they are?
Say you put them in storage.
He tried to kiss me today. And don't think I liked it.
Oh, you've been kissed before. Say, they're not even signed.
I can't stand to have anybody touch me but you. If he were mean or vicious or if he bawled me out or something, I'd like him better.
You've got a problem, girl. You only like toxic boyfriends.
Just caught you in time. Catch this for me, will you, Chris? It's personal.
Yes, yes.
If you don't have the money, don't try to give it away to a girl that doesn't even appreciate you. Can't believe they're just exploiting Chris like that. And Chris is just...
Hey, what's the matter with you, Nick?
Take this junk back to Washington Square where you got it.
Take a look at these. Are they any good?
They've got something, but no perspective.
Is that important?
I should say it is.
I want to sell them.
Or you want me to sell them on commission? I always start everything at 25. Let me have your name and address.
I'll come back later. So long.
Where'd you get that? Well, what about my ring?
You know how much a good diamond costs?
Well, I gave you $900.
Dang. Chris really stole from the company. And he went and used that $900 to buy a watch.
He told you his paintings are worth a lot of money.
He never said
Did you
that.
check up on his story? They're worth just $25 a piece. I tell you, the old boy's a phony.
His money isn't phony, is it?
You know who bought them? A Damon Janeway, the best authority in New York on modern art. He wants to get hold of you. They told me to telephone him. You wait here, huh?
No.
I beg your pardon, but we're looking for a man, and I'm afraid I don't know his name.
Look! These are his... Oh, there he is.
What is it you want?
We'd like to find out who painted the pictures.
You don't know?
Of course they don't know.
Why'd you buy those pictures if you don't know who painted them?
Because they're good.
Who painted them?
Is he gonna say he painted them? Oh, really?
No, Johnny, no.
She made me promise not to tell.
That's why I made out like I didn't know.
You're an extraordinary artist, Miss March.
Oh, no.
She got the idea pictures weren't any good. That's why I took those two to you, to give her confidence. I knew they were good.
He sure knows how to play the villain.
I know what I'm doing. They don't know from nothing.
I can't fool that critic.
You always wanted to be an actress. Now's your chance.
How long has she been painting?
Ever since she was a kid, Mr. Janeway. I guess I'm the only one who's been encouraging her, kind of helping her along. As a friend, you know.
Freaking shameless.
I can usually tell whether a canvas has been painted by a man or woman. But you fooled me completely, Miss March. How long does it take you to paint a picture?
Sometimes a day, sometimes a year. You can't tell. It has to grow.
Of course.
Every painting, if it's any good, is a love affair.
Why don't you have confidence in your work?
Because it's not hers.
Could you come to the galleries tomorrow?
What time?
How about 12 o'clock? And then lunch afterward with me.
Well,
She'll be there.
Chris gets all his paintings sold, and he doesn't get a dime out of it.
it won't stop with lunch.
Well, what's the difference?
If you mean...
Oh, stop acting like a green kid.
He's asking her to sell herself.
If I had any sense, I'd walk out on you.
Yeah, you should
You
have.
haven't got any sense.
You should have walked out on him the day you met him.
Catherine March.
Kitty!
For cat's sake. See, I hope you don't mind my looking at your picture. You have a little trouble with perspective, don't you?
Yes, that's one thing I never could master. Perspective.
If Millie drops in, tell her I'll be at Tiny's place. Don't bother. I'll let myself out.
Was he the one? You said there was one man.
Oh, for heaven's sake, won't you ever forget that?
Well, was he?
No, I'm not going to stick around if you're going to torment me.
That's her way of trying to avoid it.
Kitty, don't be angry.
Why do you come here if you want to quarrel? I didn't ask you to come here.
Oh, please, Kitty.
I'm sorry, Chris, but why do you torment me about something that's over and done with?
Would you marry me?
You can't. Of course I'd marry you if you were free, but you're not, so let's not talk about it. Now you go on and paint.
Well, could I paint you?
Paint me, Chris.
That's not what he meant. Ah.
They'll be masterpieces.
Oh, he's got his work premiered over there.
How long have you known Catherine March? How long have you known her?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't lie to me. You've been copying her work for years. I'll bet you're at Delarose every day making notes.
Where?
You know where. She gets $500 for a single picture. She's a genius. No wonder I used to think sometimes there was something in your work. Now I know why. You're a thief.
She doesn't believe him at all. No faith in him.
Janeway says the new pictures are the best things you've done.
He's getting that look in his eye.
All you gotta do is keep it there. Papa will take care of Kitty. Baby's gonna have a big...
He's just gonna take care of himself. He's only keeping her around as a cash cow.
How did my pictures get into Delarose's window? I'm not angry. I just can't understand. It's not possible.
Oh, crying now, huh?
We're going to take the furniture back.
Oh, so sad.
You actually sold those pictures?
Uh-huh. Mr. Delarose wanted to know who painted him, and I just couldn't give him your name.
If I'd bought those pictures to a man like Delarose, he wouldn't have taken them. I'm a failure, Kitty.
Don't short sell yourself.
They say I am.
Well, they're going to keep on saying it.
Oh, Chris.
Oh, no.
No, Chris. Don't, Chris.
You're so good, so kind.
Too
Well, what
kind.
difference does it make whose name is on those pictures, yours or mine?
Huge difference.
I want to paint your picture, Kitty. How about it?
I can't believe this. Oh, Chris. It's just so sad how much he's being exploited by Johnny and Catherine.
I find the painter even more fascinating than her painting. What's she like? Mona Lisa without the smile.
Sometimes it seems as if she were two people.
Is Chris even getting a single cent out of that? No. All of it's taken by Catherine and Johnny.
Don't you recognize me?
Oh, quite a shock, huh?
That's Homer?
I'd been collecting a little extra money from the speakeasies along the waterfront. I was up for investigation. One night I'm down by Brooklyn Bridge. A woman just jumps off the bridge. So I run out and tear off my coat, jump in. I had hold of her hat once. I looked down my hand. What do you think I got?
Diamond ring?
Her pocketbook. And inside is $2,700 in folding money. But if you're not dead, then I'm not really married to Adele, am I?
Is that how it works?
I can see you need Adele. I need money. You're a cashier. It ought to be easy for you to put your hands on a couple of thousand. I couldn't do a thing like that.
You already did.
You're going back to her?
No, but not to do you a favor, mister. I'm clearing out for Adele's sake.
Sure you are.
She'd kick you out in a minute for a man like me.
Yeah, and Chris couldn't be happier.
I'll get you some money, but you'll have to wait here. I can't get it till after we close at 6 o'clock.
Only 200?
Well, that's all I could get. Now, what about the insurance money?
Insurance?
Yeah, $2,000 on your life. If you took it, it would be perfectly legal.
But just how would I get it?
I let you in. You take the money. I let you out.
What is Chris planning? What I really hope is that he quickly finds out about Catherine and Johnny and then just leave her, because Catherine and Johnny are just crooks.
Okay. Why are you whispering? How come the lights are on?
Adele is home, isn't she?
Please! Murder!
He's getting out of there. Oh yes, he's gonna find out about Catherine and Johnny.
Oh, Johnny.
Lazy legs.
Jeepers, I love you.
Just get out of there, Chris. Wait, why'd he leave his luggage?
Chris!
I ought to push you over on your head.
How'd I know he was coming here tonight?
What use are my brains if I'm tied up with a dumb clerk like you? I'm fed up with you.
Johnny!
That's the only thing you ever understood. I'm through with you.
Well, Chris, it's better to find out now than later. Catherine doesn't deserve you.
Millie? Yeah, Kitty. You seen Johnny? Said he was coming back here. To beat me up? Oh, you don't have to warn me. That's just the way he talks. If you were in love, you'd understand. Well, that's love, honey.
A wrong kind of love.
Was him, wasn't it?
Can I help it if I'm in love?
You couldn't love a man like that, Kitty.
Oh, Chris, why are you still in denial?
Why'd you come here?
To ask you to marry me.
What about
What?
your wife?
I haven't any wife. That's finished.
For cat's sake,
My
you don't...
husband turned up. I'm free. I don't care what's happened. I can marry you now. Don't cry, Kitty, please.
I think she's laughing.
I'm not crying, you fool. I'm laughing. You idiot. How can a man be so dumb?
Kitty.
You're old and ugly, and I'm sick of you. Sick. You killed Johnny? I'd like to see you try. Why, he'd break every bone in your body. He's a man. Get away from me! Chris!
Oh, dang. She really pushed Chris to the edge.
You look out, Johnny. You killed somebody.
Well, Chris, you did what you shouldn't have done. What?
Chris!
Oh, he rents the apartment, right? Is it under his name?
What made you do it, Chris?
We were tipped off on the telephone.
By a man named Higgins. Over $1,200.
We'll take him along. You can make the complaint, Mr. Hogarth.
Hold on, boys. I just can't do it.
Okay, Mr. Hogarth. It's up to you.
Yes, I thought he never put back the money.
Chris, it was a woman, wasn't it? I'm not going to put you in jail, Chris. Only, of course, you're through.
Where was he picked up?
Riverside Drive. Tried to get away in the murdered girl's car.
That was my car.
His $140 was taken out of her pocketbook.
It was mine.
Here's her personal jewelry.
She didn't have any more use for it, did she?
He's not helping his own case, though.
She didn't paint those pictures.
He told me Miss March painted them.
She told me she was an artist when she rented the studio. He was with her.
He said he was going to fix it when he left my place around 2 a.m.
And then I heard her say hello, Johnny, before she hung up. He was there all right.
Oh,
Mr. Cross paint. He only copied her work. He's a thief.
My copies were so bad, I had to destroy them.
For cat's sake, he's lying.
well, all the evidence, all the witnesses anyway, witnesses' testimonies points towards Johnny.
Did
he kept his trap shut, he might have got off with his life.
Sure, the evidence was only circumstantial. Got a fair trial, didn't he?
Yeah, but there's always a doubt.
That someone is getting away with murder.
Mr. Cross, nobody gets away with murder. The problem just moves in here where it can never get out. So you go right on punishing yourself. You can't get away with it. Never.
I didn't do it. I tell you, I didn't do it. Won't anybody believe me? I never had a square deal in my life.
Johnny.
Oh, Johnny. I'm here, baby. Jeepers, I love you, Johnny.
It's his guilt.
Oh, Johnny, now we're together. Yeah. I'm gonna pay me some dough.
No, Kitty, no.
You wanted to marry me. You killed me. You killed me. You killed me.
No, Kitty. It's him. That's why you had to die. You're the one I killed.
Now she's mine, Chris. Jeepers, I love you, Johnny.
Oh, he couldn't take it.
It's all right, old man. It's all right.
Johnny. Oh, Johnny.
I really thought it was gonna end with him killing himself.
Haven't I told you to keep out of this park? You know the mayor's orders. He's got a crazy idea. He killed a couple of people 5 or 6 years ago. Can't get it off his mind. Always trying to give himself up. I really hate to part with it.
For $10,000. I shouldn't think you'd mind, Mr. Telephone.
Jeepers, I love you, Johnny.
Even though Chris was never brought to justice, he lived with the guilt. Or should I say, the guilt just wouldn't leave him alone. It made him unable to live a normal life. There are quite a lot of unexpected twists in this movie, and the characters are, well, they're considered interesting too, but not in a good way. Catherine is in love with a toxic person, and Johnny, the said toxic person, has no qualms about blackmailing or exploiting other people for his own gain. Did Johnny truly love Catherine? I don't think so. To Johnny, Catherine was just a cash cow because he's always taking away all the money she has. And then Catherine, well, she is just lazy legs. She doesn't want to work, she doesn't wash the dishes, she just wants to lay down all day and earn money without doing anything. So Catherine is lazy, Johnny wants to earn money without putting in any effort, and then Chris, this sweet guy who is a painter who was stuck with a very naggy wife, he just got exploited by Catherine and Johnny, and I really felt sorry for him. It's just too bad that he was too naive, too innocent, and also dumb enough to be exploited by Catherine and Johnny. He fell in love with Catherine and then just decides to completely and fully trust her when it was clearly just a one-sided love. But that's how love is, isn't it? Love, when you're in love, you just can't see the red flags. Everything's just, you're looking at everything through rose-colored glasses. And Catherine's a good actress too, because she could fool sweet Chris. Chris loved her and she took advantage of that love. Also, speaking of love, Catherine's perspective of love is skewed. You know, she thinks, oh, love is about Johnny hitting her and harassing her and treating her badly. So I wonder what kind of things that Catherine had gone through in her childhood to make her feel that that is how love is. I wonder if treating her badly is considered love, then when Chris was killing her, did she start loving Chris? That would be ridiculous, right? Anyways, the twist that I didn't expect was Homer, the detective, actually being alive. And I wonder what happened after his wife found out that he was still alive. Maybe his wife was happy, but Homer definitely was not happy, because there's definitely a reason why he ran away. And it's not just because he was a corrupt officer, but I think he also couldn't stand his wife. That's why he ran away without even caring about her. In the end, I still feel quite sorry for Chris. Of course, he did murder Catherine and now he's riddled with guilt and can't live a normal life. But I think there was a better way, which is cut off that pointless one-sided love and then leave Catherine. Show them that those were his paintings and that Catherine's a fraud. He could have easily exposed her by painting similar paintings, and then Catherine wouldn't be able to prove otherwise because Catherine can't paint these things out. Chris could have easily done that, expose Catherine, and then leave his former wife, and then after that, just goes on and becomes a painter just like he's always wanted, and then keeps on living his life. Maybe one day he'll find a woman who truly deserves him. But he decided to kill Catherine with an ice pick, and that's where the biggest turning point of his life is. Sometimes that's how it is in life. You just have a split second to make a decision, and sometimes you could be very influenced by the feelings at the time, your overwhelming emotions, which make you do something or say something which totally changes your life. Did Johnny deserve to die? Well, Johnny was a bad person, but deserving to die, that may be going a little bit far. One of the lessons I've learned here is that you shouldn't fall in love too blindly. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back and question some things. I mean, if Chris had done that, he might have, had a better ending. And if Catherine had also taken a step back and looked at her relationship with Johnny and listened to Millie's advice, she wouldn't have ended up with a toxic person like that. How do you feel about Scarlet Street? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.